Hello, lovely Gemini. This is your reading for the week of August 11th, or when you hear it and it resonates, and of course it won't be for every Gemini. So the image that I saw, I keep seeing silver for you very often in different forms, and this is a beautiful pure silver that is an egg shape around you, and literally it's like there's an angel or a divine being tapping the top of the egg so that it crackles open. And I was trying to figure out what it was, and it was you're hatching. But you're hatching from a place of, no, you're hatching with help from the divine. Because what you've been doing is within this egg that you've created for yourself, by virtue of your intention, and this is what they're saying, is that you have managed to create an environment in which you get to incubate your best qualities. And your best qualities being, well, many, but incubating yourself in a way where you get to, where you have gotten to grow those aspects of yourself that now can take you way beyond the qualities that you've had that have been very good, but now can be at a different level. And what I'm getting as I'm pulling the cards and I'm connecting with this energy is, it really literally is though you have created an environment for yourself where you have energetically created an environment for yourself within which now your external world has started to expand and be shaped by that different quality of energy you've now connected with. What they're saying to me is you've done work. For those of the Gemini collective that I'm reading for, you've done major work at learning how to not take things personally, be able to identify what isn't good for you, behaviors that aren't good, but you've decided to let them go. Whereas before you might have played them over in your head a lot because you were trying to figure out why this happened to you, or even what you did in order to be able to be in that situation. You've done the work that you need to do now, for the most part, in regards to any of the old, heavy, big belief systems, okay? That you've been able now to be able to look at life more in the idea that we're all here to learn and grow. It's literally like you've stepped up a notch in terms of how you're seeing yourself in the world, how you're seeing your relationships. So now it's not just a matter of personality, he did this, she did that, and the story surrounding it, but it's taking it to another level where you're understanding it from a point of view of what was the purpose in terms of spiritual growth, what was the purpose in terms of self-awareness. And part of the reason you're doing that, able to do that and doing that more and more, is because you're finding a quality of peace and a quality of self-acceptance in that supersedes anything you've known. Now, what they're saying is, this has allowed you to really let go of a lot of old things, a lot of old attitudes, a lot of, I'm going to say, restrictive energy that you perpetuated with your thoughts, which of course we all do, right? And now what's happening is you're able to not focus totally on the past, and you're also not creating fantasies about the future. You see, sometimes what happens, now I didn't know I was going to say this, sometimes what happens, the Spirit is saying, is that when we stay anchored to a past situation, dealing with a bit of a cold here. When we stay anchored to old grudges, past situations, things that are anchored in old beliefs and self-awarenesses, what we will sometimes do then is try to project a future in our minds as a counterpoint to that. But in a very real way, energetically, what you're doing is, because you're in reaction to an old thing still, you're actually helping to create more of that old energy as opposed to the new one you're looking for, because they're directly linked. Now, this is different than what, for example, Abraham Hicks talks about. and I won't go into that right now. Stick with me on this one. What you're doing, what you've done is, because you've neutralized the energy of that old thing, because you have detached from it now, when you do think about the future, you're manifesting from the present. And that is the link to the Abraham Hicks thing I'm just getting now, is that when you have let go of that, when you've detached from that, when that energy is no longer something that you are feeding, what happens now is you are in present time. And whatever you are allowing to manifest from the future is coming from who you are now. And who you are now is this being who has incubated themselves in this beautiful, beautiful silver high vibration energy in which you've been able to look and heal and grow and change your frequency in a very, really profound way. And in so doing, changed your psychology, the way your mind works, the way you're able to work with your mind, the relationship you have with your emotions that you can have now because your mind has changed. Gemini, I love this. This is really beautiful. Is there any message further that you'd like? Ah, yes. Okay. So what they're saying is here, be aware of your choice, because this is how you are going to continue to stay on that track. Thank you so much. Be aware of staying in alignment with feeling in your heart the validity, the truth, the accuracy of what it is you're expressing to the world, also to yourself. Be careful of your words. And when I say be careful of your words, it's not the feeling that I'm getting, don't say bad things, although of course that's always a good that's always a good message. It is, your words are shaping your future. Your words are shaping your relationships. Notice the words that you use. Notice how you speak. Notice the tone you use. We often forget, I'm certainly aware of this in myself, we often forget that the tone of what we say is just as important, or almost as important, as the words we use. And what I would say is, do your best to be clear. Slow your mind down enough to be able to really complete a thought and complete a sentence, because that's relevant, that's important. It affects the way you interact with the world. It affects how you continue to think. When you complete a thought, it moves forward. A lot of air signs have a tendency to move so quickly in their thoughts that they don't realize people aren't following with them. And they just kind of, I won't say they fade out, but it's like, if you have a thought and you only get halfway through it and you don't finish it, don't assume other people know what the continuation of that thought is just because you do in your head. So this, again, words, it's about speaking frequency into the world around you. So why are you saying what you're saying? How are you saying it? What's the tone you're using? And what's your meaning behind it? What is the meaning you wish to convey? What is the meaning you wish to convey to yourself? What is the meaning you wish to convey to the universe? What is the meaning you wish to convey to your community? This is all part of how that higher frequency is moving through you and coming to play as part of a creative force in your life. Choice is super important. Choice is always operating. Choice is, in fact, the power to create your life. When it's an unconscious choice, it's often motivated by some past experience. So you've got past, present, future here. Habitual behavior is usually an indicator that there are some unconscious choices being made. Bring your choice to conscious present. Here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. It gives you the flexibility to choose your choice. Conscious, mindful choice enables you to respond instead of react. So this is very much about being aware, being clear, noticing what you're feeling so you can make your choices clearly, so you can communicate your choices. And that this is kind of like a whole new way of doing things for you. You've been moving towards it. You've been increasingly doing that more and more. And what you're being reminded of as part of this, now that this beautiful, beautiful silver egg has opened and crackled and is sitting around you like this kind of gathering light, kind of sparkly qualities, wonderful stuff, is that you're attracting more and more of that higher frequency. You are in that higher frequency. And watching your speech, your choices, your feelings, how that all plays out in word, in thought, this is how you keep that momentum. This is how you keep channeling that energy. And this is you now moving from just having creative thoughts here and to really being inspired in a way where all that higher frequency gets to play through you and play through you intuitively, creatively. And when I say create, when I say intuitively, it's like, it's not just, oh, it's a hunch, the store's got my favorite bread today. It's intuitively in terms of direction, where you're going, what you're doing, which is always really valuable for a Gemini because you tend to have many different pots on the fire at the same time. So which one do you want to pay attention to now? Okay? I'm going to leave you with that, Gemini. Take care.